Assalamu alaikum. This is Dr. Sadia Mahmood from S3 Mentors. We have been having a number of live chats over a few weeks, and we have been trying to discuss topics that are relevant to you as a student of O and A levels, and even for students who are taking undergrad and masters. Because you see, the basic principle of being a teacher for any level or being a student at any level are the same. So let me start by telling you a little bit about how I became a teacher. So as I've been telling you my name is Dr. Sadia, and a lot of people ask me, are you an MBBS or a PhD? So I am an MBBS, which by itself means that I am a doctor. So how did this transition of me becoming a doctor to now teaching happened? It's a long story, but I'm just going to make it short. And so how do I start? You see, I grew up in a family in which academic achievements were very important. You know, there are different types of families. There are families which focus more on athletics. There are families who are more focused on businesses. My family, although I come from a business background, was really focused on academics. So when I grew up, academics was the most important part of my life. From an early age, I used to like biology. Even when I was doing general sciences, which you do in middle school and before then, biology was the part that came easily to me. And now that I think back, it had a lot to do with the teachers who were teaching me at the time. I always ended up loving my biology teacher. And I think that is a huge part of the subjects you end up liking. So for me, that was always biology. And you know, this is a natural transition in Pakistan, especially at the time that I was growing up, that if you like biology, that means you're going to become a doctor. So it's not like today when you have a lot of options, a lot of professions, a lot of careers that you can pursue with biology. At our time, if you liked sciences, you were either going to become a doctor or you were going to become an engineer. And since I particularly liked biology, I ended up taking up medicine. So the college I went to to become a medical doctor is Dow Medical College. It is the #1 medical college in the province of Sindh. And a lot of my colleagues are now, mashallah, pursuing very successful medical professions in Pakistan and abroad, and I'm super proud of them. For me, my journey was not that straight. I finished up my MBBS, got married, came to Lahore. In Lahore, I did my house job, and I started working I worked in a couple of hospitals. But then a time came in my life where I wanted to give my full attention to being a mother. So, you know, there are a lot of people who can balance both and do that beautifully. I just couldn't. I needed to either be a doctor or a mother, and I chose to be a mother. That has got to be the type of person I am. Nothing to do with people who balance these two very, very well. I know a lot of them. So I ended up being a full-time mother, loved it, loved raising my kids. But then a time came in my life that my kids had started going to school and I had a lot of time on my hands. And you know, sometimes Allah intervenes for you. So I'm sitting at home doing nothing, and my girls used to go to Lahore Grammar School, and Lahore Grammar School offered me a job. And believe me, at that time when they offered me this job, I was like, really? I'm an MBBS doctor, and they're asking me to teach not only not OA levels. They wanted me to teach middle school, and I was like, no way. This is the thinking I'm going to talk about in a little while. So I said, no way, really, me be a teacher? But then I'm now very happy to say a lot of good friends and mothers emotionally blackmailed me into teaching middle school, which was basically grade 7 and 8. And one of them was my own daughter, who was then in grade 8. And that's how I started teaching.